few years ago, a couple friends of mine, we'll call them Vince and Lewis, had a plan to get so drunk that they would have to come up with a new adjective to describe it. They ended up using the word Viking. So that night they set out to become Viking drunk. And when they were completely out of liquor, out of absolutely everything alcoholic that they could drink in the house, they set out to get more. Now it turned out there was a lake between them and the only store that was open at 3 in the morning. So Vince went around the long way and Lewis just went through the water. So when Vince got to the other side, he found Lewis sitting there with a beer in his hand. No idea where he'd gotten it from, but he was already about halfway finished with it. So now, reeking of lake water, Lewis got up, joined Vince. They went into the gas station and got a case of beer. They then walked back to Vince's house, where they found that he had left the door open. When they got inside, there was a bat circling around the room. While Lewis stumbled over the couch, trying to catch the bat with his hands, Vince, being relatively more sober, went into the bathroom, picked up his terrible towel, swatted the bat, and while it was down on the ground, he grabbed it and bit a huge chunk out of it. Lewis started freaking out and asked him, "What are you doing? You know you're going to get rabies from that thing?" Vince said, "Well, that's a pretty good point. I'll tell you what, you call my dad and I'll call the CDC." So Vince ended up getting animal control on the phone, and Lewis ended up getting his own dad on the phone. And while they were talking, Lewis just stopped at one point because he overheard Vince saying, "Okay, so you're saying I can't get rabies. All right, that's good. What I do want to know, though, is can I get superpowers?" And after a brief pause, he said, "So you're telling me there's a chance?" As it's written in the second book of Batman Returns, verses 9 through 17, if you wish to have communion with the bat, you must eat of its flesh and drink of its blood. Amen.